I hit the next level up a little bit higher than 720, and I had got the extended fuel times 2, but it wasn't enough to get to the next fuel tank. So I was late jumping up here, obviously, but I just didn't understand. I got the extended fuel times 2, and there was no fuel where it should be. Then I barely made it up that hill, so I guess we're gonna have to upgrade a little bit more, and then get the extended fuel, another one. Let me see. See, I already got the 16. I hate to spend the money, but I already had it once. And I don't know, maybe it needs the better tires. Alright, we'll see. So I just didn't understand why I bought the extra fuel. It should have been to where it could have got up that hill, because that was the hill. Well, the hill before it was the one I kept getting stuck on. So that's why I did the upgrades. But that one must have just been farther out. I'm sure they want the bigger the upgraded vehicles, but maybe it's because this isn't upgraded all times 3 or times 4. Plus those extra bumps when it's in the air like that. Maybe it counts. She wanted to get this ambulance. I like it because it's a heavier weighted vehicle, and when the other ones are flying like that, it's harder to keep them under control when they're too bouncy and out of control. Almost didn't make it. And this is where, okay. Almost didn't make the fuel. Now, if we didn't have them upgrades, it's still not letting, come on, we should have made it up that hill. We've got multiple upgrades. Come on, come on, come on. Alright, we're going to run out of fuel again. Alright, I don't know why, but before we made it up this hill, but not enough, and there's no fuel. I guess I didn't get going up this hill, and then there's no fuel really close. So I'm going to have to, still, there should have been a fuel can there. I don't get it. Let's try it again. Oh. So I ran your money down $100,000. I decided to record it till the last minute. I don't know what's going on with that. If that doesn't get it, I don't know. That's just kind of, I'll have to try and make our money up over the next day or so. Maybe I'll get a little bit less air jumps, and that'll help with my fuel economy. Instead of running wide open, I'll start. That should help a little bit when you're coasting down those. That did not help at all. And now we know what happens there. Yeah. Alright. Oh, come on, buddy. I should have seen that coming. Try and do it the right way. If I could, I just, should have made it up this hill. And I guess we just didn't do stuff the right way at the right time. And now it's wanting a little bit more engine power. Huh. You know, when in doubt, let's go for it. 3, 2, 3, 5. If this don't get us, we're just in trouble all around. At least we're on level 4. The upgrades probably need to be consistent with the level. And some of the other vehicles are upgraded to standard or beyond. And this obviously is a little bit below grade, even though I've upgraded recently. It probably wants you to have the maximum upgrades or exceed them to get farther in these levels. I mean, there should be no reason that some of these hills I'm slipping on because I got the advanced motor. I don't know how much it upgrades it, you know what I mean? And probably just a little bit for the money you get. At least I made it to fuel. Jeez. But that big hill there's the thing that messes you up. I don't know, maybe that added another fuel depot, because there before that one wasn't there. I don't know which one. I was doing good before. You know, now some of these upgrades, it makes the vehicle actually run different for sure. Like before I could sit there and run full throttle. But then I was trying to cut back on the throttle to see if it actually would save gas, but I don't know if it's actually programmed that way. Now I know when you're in the air, you're not going to get as grip on the tires. I guess I would like to know how it's actually programmed for some of the stuff. You know, I have to watch any. Maybe there's some hack videos out there which I haven't seen. I haven't watched any of them, but down the road, whew, gotta be careful. And we got to make this hill here to have a chance. And obviously, make gas there. Now we have to get down. And we have to make this hill. And there has to be some fuel down here because in the past there hasn't been fuel, so I bought the extra fuel thing. And if there's no fuel there, it might be a jip, because there's a fuel thing missing there. There's there's the next fuel thing, but it's farther than it should be. And that's kind of like, you know, what the heck, you know, trying to stand here and hold this or miss some of the screen, but at least I see where the fuel thing is, and it gives me a goal now. So this is the highway, 763 meters, and we're shy of the fuel thing. So between probably needing a couple other upgrades, and that's probably what it is, and this fuel is a little farther than it should be, because usually there's a fuel every so many bumps, and this one's got some pretty steep hills to burn your gas up, so you have to get the upgrades to get it. So it's just a matter of seeing which upgrades we actually need and spending the money to get them. The extra fuel has not helped me. I mean, it doesn't seem like it did. I suppose it did. Maybe the suspension will help. And then we almost equally laterally across the board. Might as well get the tires. I mean, I don't know how much they help at this point. So everything's 3, 3, 4, 5. This should be enough to get us to that fuel. I don't know if it'll help us get the level. But if these numbers correspond with the level, then maybe that's what we need to do. We can only hope that all this extra $100,000 plus is worth the money. I know she's saving up for something else, but, you know, this just happened to be the vehicle that was on there, and she wanted this, so it's the Whambulance. I didn't even read the name of it before, but see, that's the thing with the extra power. Then you got to worry about flipping. So you need the stabilizers, so you can't run full bore. Although the hill bounce is a little nicer, and this should help us. I mean, seriously, this should help us get to that next gas can if you play the cards right. it should crest this hill. Okay, where before I didn't have the juice. Didn't have the power. And then if you try and see this is if you don't catch the hill right, I've noticed that it cheats you. I mean, I'm no professional. But certainly, maybe that's what I needed to do is just ride the wave, and then hope that we get to the next gas. Because this is where we had trouble before. That's why I had to start upgrading. Uh-oh. Yeah, I'm probably not going to make it because this is the extended one, and I would have had to go. Jesus, 770. Oh, I was going to stop, but, I guess I'm hooked right now. Oh, my goodness. That's the hard part is we should have made it. So that's telling me I need to upgrade the motor. It means I need to make those last 2 upgrades to get it smoother. Now, I suppose if we was more skilled at the driving, what's that really telling me is if I was more skilled at the driving, possibly could have made it without the upgrades. But being more of a semi-novice to this game, I would say without the upgrades, I definitely wouldn't be making it as smooth as I am now. Because before it was too bouncy, and it didn't have the power that it needed. And I do have to be careful that it doesn't flip. But when I don't let up on the gas, it seems to be rolling good. Now, come on, I've got the upgrades. This should make this. If it doesn't, this is where we're in trouble. Because now I have to back up the Whambulance. And pray for mercy. Pray for mercy that the wheels all touch and hold. And that we can get up there and just barely make the gas. Nope, this is the one that's too far away. Oh, I made it. I swear to God, they took the gas away. Because it should have been there. I made it farther. That gas moves around. Before that gas, if you look at it, before that gas was right there. And now that gas disappeared. Because if you watched the previous part of this video just a minute or 2 ago, they're cheating. I don't know what you call it. They want me to spend the extra money for the motor, suspension, and probably learn to drive better on top of it. Sorry, there's another 100,000. I should just get the tires too. But the fuel should have been there because last time I just missed the fuel by, so many feet. So it's a combination of skill, obviously, on top of that. And if I would have got the gas the last time, it would have been there. And some of it's getting a little bit more better with the ability. I like the heavier weighted vehicles. Obviously the hippie bus. I think the hippie bus I think this is driving better than the hippie bus, but the hippie bus is a monster. I would like to have the hippie bus upgraded more. And then she likes the big tour bus. Those aren't minimally upgraded. They're definitely not set up for these 5th and 6th level ones that I can tell. Okay, now that time I would have been slipping and sliding and not making it. Now it needs to make it up this hill because of all them other upgrades and stuff like that. You can't tell me that I shouldn't have made it up that hill with all the upgrades. And that could be, like I said, it could be set up a skill of chance, obviously. It has to be a skill of chance where you... Well, the gas should at least be in sight. See, didn't even get to see it in sight. So I spent all that extra money for no gods. Oh, man. Oh. Who'd ever thought? What a crazy game. Sucks is you can't sell that stuff back. So now I've got an upgraded ambulance. And apparently the game's decided that I don't have enough upgrade or the right skill and ability to get there. So the game is choosing my fate, or there's a defect in the program. There's a glitch, which is making that trash can. We're going to call it the trash can because it's not giving me any gas. Besides, I get caught on that one hill. So I need to learn how to get up that hill a little better. I agree. So some of it's the skill and ability. Some of it's the game cheating, because the other time I should exceeded that spot and there should have been gas there for me. I mean, if you watch this video again, I wish it had little numbers letting you know where the correspondence was. Now there I've lost some power, but with the upgrades, before I used to get stuck there. Now there's no way that you could get there, and now maybe if I just do the quick bump, maybe it'll give me enough power, and I'm not going back as far. And it should. If it doesn't, then we're not going to make it. Okay, so I did the quick bump, which might get me that little bit farther distance that I need. And if I could learn to jump in the air a little bit better, maybe. Now we got to go full speed to hit that, just barely. Okay, that's okay. I figured out just doing a quick backup definitely helped. Now we're in the same scenario. I'm not gonna have enough power to get up that hill, maybe, or yeah, I should have, but it's not letting me. So they're telling me that I shouldn't have an ambulance driving like this. All right. Well, you've seen my skill. 17 airtime. Spent an extra $150,000 on my daughter's upgrading her ambulance. She's gonna love me for that. I gotta stop for now. Oh my goodness. All right. Well, that was fun.